What if I told you Carnival Hunt could become one of the best asymmetrical horror games out there? But only if the developers handle the next year correctly. Because after playing Carnival Hunt, there are things I absolutely love. The atmosphere, the concept, the bunny versus monster gameplay, the teamwork, the panic when everything suddenly goes completely wrong. But there are also mechanics that seriously need some attention. Some favors monsters, some favors bunnies, and some just needs a little bit more depths. So today I'm going to review Carnival Hunt, talk about the game changes I think it desperately needs, and then I'm going to make 10 predictions for what I think could happen to Carnival Hunt over the next year. And in 1 year's time, we can come back to this video and see how horribly wrong I was, or maybe I could say, I bloody told you so. Let's start with something I think desperately needs another look, the cannon. The cannon is supposed to be a fast and dangerous way for bunnies to move through the carnival, and I actually like that using it becomes a risk. The problem is how extreme that risk can become. You use the cannon and lose a health state, but if the monster knows you're using it, they can potentially teleport over or camp the cannon destination. You arrive, bang, another health state gone. So you have effectively lost 2 health states just for using one of the game's traversal mechanics. And if you end up down in the first floor when you need to go back towards the 4th, good bloody luck doing that with 1 health state remaining. At that point you're basically already dead. That's not really risk versus reward anymore, that's would you like to gamble your entire match? I don't want the cannon made completely safe. There should be consequences for using it, but there needs to be more counterplay. Make the bunny receive a few seconds where they can't immediately take another hit. Maybe the monster can teleport directly onto the cannon destination. Maybe the health cost itself gets reconsidered. Whatever the solution is, using the cannon shouldn't automatically feel like signing your own death certificate. Now before anyone thinks this video is just, oh, monsters too strong, buff bunnies. No, because bunnies have their own mechanics that I think need changing, and one of the biggest is ropes. Ropes are incredibly powerful. You're essentially creating a new traversal route around the carnival that can benefit your entire team. That's a massive advantage. Placing them doesn't really reflect how powerful they are. I think ropes should require actual effort. Give us a progression bar, give us skill checks, maybe multiple skill checks. Make us physically spend some time attaching the rope, because suddenly there's tension. You're placing it, the progress bar is moving. You hear the monster, you're nearly finished. Come on, come on. And then you hear footsteps behind you, that's gameplay. And there's another change I'd make. If the monster grabs you while you're placing the rope should not finish. I just grabbed by the murderous carnival monster, I'm fairly certain I've stopped trying to blow the rope. Interrupt the bunny, interrupt the placement. Simple. Then we have the magician. And apparently this man doesn't believe floors should protect you. You can be 3 floors above him and suddenly, yoink, you're going downstairs. He grabs you from ridiculously far away vertically, pull you down, pick you up, throw you, and then potentially use the ability again shortly afterwards. Now here's an important part. I actually like this ability. It's scary, it's unique, and it makes the magician feel completely different from other monsters. I don't want to be removed. I think it needs a longer cooldown. If this ability is powerful enough to completely reposition a bunny across multiple floors, using that ability should be an important decision. Miss it? That's unfortunate. Use it at the wrong moment, now you're waiting. Land the grab, you deserve the advantage. That's much more interesting than constantly having access to something incredibly powerful. And this brings me to one of my favorite magician mechanics, fake bunnies. Conceptually, brilliant. He's a magician, of course he's going to trick you, but currently they're cooldown based. So throughout the round, you can continuously place more fake bunnies as the ability becomes available. I think there's a better system. Make fake bunnies a resource. Give the magician a limited number at the beginning of the match. Maybe 3, maybe 4. Whatever testing determines is balanced. Once you use them, they're gone. Want more? Go and find them. maybe the magician has to search chests around the carnival to replenish his supply. Now suddenly every fake bunny becomes a decision. Do I place one here? Should I save it? Could I trick somebody later? Is this really important enough? And when you run out, you're encouraged to move around the map and search. You're no longer waiting for a cooldown, you're managing resources. And I think that creates much more interesting gameplay. I would apply a similar idea to the sisters. They can maneuver dolls around the map, which is another fantastic concept. But again, I think this could work better as a limited resource rather than something primarily controlled through cooldowns. Give them a certain amount. Let them spend those resources strategically. Then create some way of replenishing them around the carnival. Now the monster has to make decisions. Do I use it now? Can I afford to waste this? Should I save it for later? That makes ability feels valuable. Because powerful abilities shouldn't just be ability ready, press button, wait, press button again. And then we have one of the biggest problems asymmetrical horror games always seem to encounter. Camping. I'm not saying monsters shouldn't be allowed to defend important locations. Of course they should. If you know bunnies are nearby, you shouldn't be forced to walk away and pretend you haven't seen them. That's ridiculous. But there's a difference between defending, patrolling, and standing in the same bloody location waiting. If camping becomes the most efficient strategy, players are naturally going to do it. That's not necessarily the player's fault. That's a design problem. So Carnival Hunt needs a system that encourages monsters to keep moving. Maybe staying in one area for too long slows the ability regeneration. Maybe objective elsewhere becomes easier. Maybe the game gives the monster some incentives for actively finding different bunnies. There are plenty of possibilities, but the solution should not punish someone simply for defending strategically. It should target excessive camping, because ultimately it's called Carnival Hunt, not Carnival stand there until something happens. The bigger balance problem. And this is where I think Carnival Hunt's biggest challenge is going to be. It's an asymmetrical game. You're trying to balance two completely different experiences. The monster is supposed to feel powerful. If the 5 bunnies see the monster coming and think, "Don't worry lads, let's beat the shit out of him," something has gone terribly wrong. But being powerful isn't the same as being unfair. And the bunnies should have powerful tools too. Ropes should be useful. The cannon should offer fast traversal. Bunnies should be able to escape and outsmart the monster, but those mechanics should involve risk and skill. There's a balance Carnival Hunt needs. The monster catches me, I want to think, "Damn, he outplayed me." When I escape, I want the monster thinking, "Damn, he outplayed me." That's when an asymmetrical game feels brilliant. What I would change right now? Rework the cannon risk, keep it dangerous, but prevent situations where using it effectively costs multiple health states with almost no counterplay. Make ropes harder to place. Add progression, skill checks or another interaction requiring actual commitment. Interrupt rope placement. If the bunny gets grabbed before finishing, the rope isn't magically completed. Increase the magician's grab cooldown. Keep the ability powerful, but make using it a meaningful decision. Give fake bunnies limited charges, then allow the magician to replenish them by searching the carnival. Give the sisters limited resources. Make the doll management strategic instead of primarily cooldown based. Introduce anti-camping system. Don't punish normal defending patrolling, punish excessive camping. Those changes alone could add considerably more strategic to both sides. But now comes the fun part, because we're going to stop talking about what I want to happen and start talking about what I think will happen. 10 Carnival Hunt prediction for the next year. I am recording these predictions now, so if you're watching this video a year after it was uploaded, start counting. 1. We'll get another monster. This is probably my safest prediction. I think we're going to see at least one completely new monster added to Carnival Hunt, and hopefully it won't simply be another character that runs around hitting bunnies. I want another genuinely strange ability. The magicians has tricks, the sister have the dolls, so give us something completely different. Maybe something focused on sound, maybe something that manipulates lights, maybe something that can create false noises or objectives. Whatever it is, I think another monster is coming. Prediction 2. We'll get more bunny variety. The bunnies are basically the face of Carnival Hunt, so I seriously doubt they're going to remain exactly as they are forever. I expect new bunnies, appearances, cosmetics, and possibly more customizations. And if Carnival Hunt grows, I wouldn't be surprised if bunny cosmetics becomes one of the game's biggest progression system. Because let's be honest, people will absolutely spend hours trying to unlock a stupid hat for the mechanical rabbit. And I will probably be one of them. A major balance update, prediction number 3. This one almost feels inevitable. I think within the next year we'll see at least one update that significantly changes the balance between bunnies and monsters. Cooldowns, health, traversal, ability range, resource availability, something is going to get heavily adjusted, because once thousands of matches have been played, players will discover strategies the developers probably never expected. That's what players do, give gamers a system. And within approximately 17 minutes somebody has discovered how to abuse it. Prediction 4. Ropes will be changed. I'm specifically predicting this because I think ropes are going to become increasingly important as players get better. Right now they're already powerful, but imagine coordinated teams at a month of experience. Players will know exactly where the best ropes go, exactly when to place them, exactly which route gives the biggest advantage, and I think ropes eventually get either slower placement, skill checks, limited availability, or some other restriction. I'm calling this one now. The Magician gets nerfed. Yes, I'm saying it. I think the Magician is getting hit with the nerf hammer, not necessarily destroyed, and I hope they don't destroy him, but I wouldn't be surprised if we eventually see changes to his grab range, vertical reach, cooldown, or fake bunnies. He got some incredibly powerful tools. Once experienced, players learn how to squeeze every possible advantage out of them. I think something gets changed. Prediction 6. We get a new map or a major map expansion. Carnival Hunt lives and dies by its carnival. You can add characters forever, but eventually players will learn every route, every corner, every hiding location, every important spawn, every escape route, so I think within a year we're either getting a completely new map or a major new section of the carnival. And personally, I'd love another carnival environment with completely different atmosphere. Maybe an abandoned water park, circus, a haunted funhouse. Something that still feels carnival-y, but forces experienced players to learn everything again. Prediction 7. More randomization. This connects directly to the maps. I think Carnival Hunt will eventually become more random. Different resource location, different objective positions, different routes, maybe certain areas being open in one match and closed in another, because unpredictability is incredibly important in a game like this. The moment everybody knows exactly where everything is, the horror starts disappearing. You're not exploring anymore, you're following a route. More randomness keeps both bunnies and monsters thinking. Prediction 8. Camping will eventually be addressed. I'm putting this one on the prediction list because I don't think camping can remain untouched forever. If the community starts discovering strategies where controlling one location becomes overwhelmingly effective, the developers will eventually have to respond. Maybe my suggested solution won't happen, probably won't, but I predict we'll eventually see some mechanic designed to encourage monsters to move around more. And if I'm wrong, you can come back here in a year and bully me in the comments. Prediction 9. A proper competitive community will form. Well, to be honest, I already started on a Discord server where I'm working with tournaments, but we can take that up in another video. This one I'm particularly interested in. I think Carnival Hunt has potential for organized competitive mechanics. 5 bunnies, 1 monster, team developing strategies, players learning specific roles, points for objectives, points for captures, different players rotating through the monsters role, community tournaments, Discord leagues, maybe eventually even official events. I'm not saying Carnival Hunt is suddenly becoming the next massive esport, calm down, but I absolutely think we're going to see players experiment with competitive rules and tournaments. And if the game becomes big enough, the developers might eventually notice. Prediction 10. Carnival Hunt will be a very different game. And my final prediction is probably the biggest. I think Carnival Hunt 1 year from now will feel significantly different from Carnival Hunt today. Not because the core concept will disappear, but because this is exactly the stage where the game like this can evolve incredibly quickly. New monsters, balance changes, new bunny cosmetics, map changes, new mechanics, different progression, community feedbacks, strategies the developers never anticipated, and probably at least one completely broken update where everyone logs in and wonders what the hell happened. That's part of watching a multiplayer game develop, and honestly, I'm excited to see where it goes. Final verdict. Carnival Hunt isn't perfect, not even close. There are mechanics that frustrate me. There are balance decisions I don't understand. There are things I'd change tomorrow if someone inexplicably gave me control of the game. Which wouldn't probably be a terrible business decision. But despite it all, I keep coming back. And that's important because you can fix cooldowns, you can rebalance abilities, you can change roles, you can change the canon, you can adjust maps. What you can't easily fix is a boring core concept. And Carnival Hunt doesn't have that problem. The foundation is genuinely interesting. 5 vulnerable mechanical bunnies working together against a powerful monster inside the disturbing carnival? That's bloody good foundation. Now the developers need to build on it, give the both sides counterplay, make powerful abilities require intelligent decisions, reward skill, discourage boring strategies, keep expanding the carnival, and most importantly, listen to the players without blindly balancing the game around whoever screams the loudest. If they manage that, I think Carnival Hunt could become something genuinely special. So, those are my changes, those are my predictions, and now I want yours. What one thing would you change about Carnival Hunt right now? And give me one prediction for where you think the game will be 1 year from today. Because 1 year from now, I'm coming back to this video. We'll count how many predictions I got right, how many were completely wrong, and knowing my luck, the magician will still be reaching through the bloody floors to grab me. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you want more content, and I'll see you in the next one.